between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Atlanta Falcons. Jake Elliott is out, ready to kick this one away. And we're underway in Atlanta. Here's Carter on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is first and 10. Now Penix off the play action. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
Incomplete. Reed Blankenship on the coverage.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Street.
Penix working from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be pushed down up near that 40-yard line. A pickup of 17. And that is good enough for Atlanta first down. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They're going play fake with Penix. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And that sack drives him in the wrong direction, partner, ahead of this second down.
At the 31-yard line.
From the shotgun, Penix. Pass is caught. That's Darnell Mooney. And he's going to get this one into enemy territory to the 47. It's a gain of 22. And that's a Falcon first down.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
Here's first and 10 from the 47. They're going to run it here. It's Bijan Robinson. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that game. Brought down on the effort by Quinion Mitchell.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule. That kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Penix here from the gun. Go right side, caught by Mooney. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that is good enough for Atlanta first down.
Great. When Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on the drag route one away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give the quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
Good run, gets him 7. That brings up second and 3.
A 7-yard.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And he made a bid for it. It's a good game. It's stopped down at the 3. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have second and 3.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
7 yards on that last play, so this is second and 3.
Let's go now. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
All right, still scoreless through one quarter, but that looks like it's going to change pretty soon. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. Welcome back. Time for our second quarter. The Falcons with a chance to score. Putting the tight end in motion. Penix looking to pass. And in for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons get the game's first points here in the second. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. Well, that right there, partner, that is not a team who looks like it is a steep underdog. That is exactly the type of start they needed. And gotta imagine being in their old building might be playing a part in it.
Yeah, and we know that home field advantage really benefits the defense more than the offense. As an offense, you just want to do your part. You want to light the fire and let those fans really let their voice be heard. Should benefit their defense immensely.
Out to kick it away. Here's Pinion. Returning it from the 4. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10.
Great.
Hurts comes out throwing. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Kicked off by Divine Diablo. And the Falcons return the interception close to the red zone. He's stopped inside the 25.
Hey, listen, when you're throwing down the middle of the field, you have got to be crystal clear in your vision. There are so many defenders that can get into those zones. That might be a case of the QB there trying to do a little bit too much, and certainly didn't see the defender who comes up with the big interception.
Now that's 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
First down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Robinson goes the wrong way, and he's going to lose several here. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock, here who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometimes as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them back.
And cut in the end zone for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Drake London with the touchdown. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
Extra point is good by Gonzalez. And the Falcons double their lead to 14.
Eagles nothing. Bradley Pinion set to kick
Out
off.
to kick it away. Here's Pinion. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's thrown again. Searching well behind the line. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. It's going to push him back for 2nd down.
You just feel this defense starting to come alive, don't you, Kate? Got their first turnover last time out. Now they put their first sack on the board. And big plays on that side of the ball, They can come in bunches. Defense sure hopes to keep this faucet going, and the offense wants to turn the spigot off immediately.
180, 180. Crown left, Yeti. Crown left, Yeti. Hey, easy, 63, 63, back. No trouble.
Hurts looking to throw. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And he hangs on to that football, Brock, through a well-timed tackle. Nice gain. They're down to the 36. Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10.
Great, set. 180, what up? Go Silver, ready? Hey, Silver. Crown left, Yeti. Yo, set. Crown left, Yeti. Crown left, Yeti. Yo,
Back to throw. Hurts. Got a man downfield, and Goddard has it. And he's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line. That chunk with a nice 21 yards. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia 1st down.
Great, set. 180, what up? Hey, 73. 60. Crown left, Yeti.
The play clock runs out. This will be a delay. Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0. So they should be a little prompter in snapping this, you'd hope, Brock, after that delay of game.
Great, set. 180, what up? Out. Tiger Hornet. 73.
And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay of game. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call's going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. So backed up a bit following the penalty. It's 1st and 20.
Great, set. 180, what up? Crown left, Yeti. Hey, easy, 63, back. No trouble.
Hurts. That's caught by A.J. Brown. And he's going to be run out of bounds. A nice game, but this is why you don't want to be playing from behind the sticks, right? It is still 2nd down coming up.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
Hey! Go Silver, ready? Hey, Silver.
It's Hurts once again. Finding Brown, back-to-back plays. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles make it a one-score game before halftime. A.J. Brown, the touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
That one splits the uprights. And the Eagles chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
To kick off for Philadelphia.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Here's Carter on the return. Good work so far. He's got room. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled.
Get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner. It is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets up the first.
Run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know you can set the table for more.
On first down, here's Penix. Man downfield, and he finds London. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons grow their lead just before halftime. Drake London with the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Gonzalez connects on the point after. And the Falcons double their lead to 14.
Eagles 7. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Now to kick it away, here's Pinion. Has this at the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25.
At their own 23-yard line.
Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10.
No touchdown. Anyone else? Out. Easy, 63, back.
Here's Hurts. Escapes the pocket. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
Kate, I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
Still 10 to go. Second down now from the 23. Throwing here, Hurts. He finds Brown, right side. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
Just excellent effort on that catch and a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of him.
And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
First down.
Offense is set. 1st and 10. Back now, pressure coming. He's got it at the 6. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
You know, kid, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Hey, let's go. Trimmer. Silver, silver, silver. Crown left Yeti. Tiger Hornet. Bird. No touch.
Working inside the red zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles make it a one-score game before halftime. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
That one right down the middle. And the Eagles chunk the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot. So first down from the 41. Penix now to throw. He's throwing deep to the left side. Well, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. Jacorian Bettis has it. And the Eagles will set up just a little bit shy of the 40 following the tackle. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did.
On first and 10, it's Hurts. That one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go. Couldn't connect with Dallas Goedert. And we'll see what they do here on second down.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Throwing again on second down. Hurts. And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go. Couldn't connect with Dallas Goedert. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. And not a lot of cover guys who can match up with them in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it, but no connection to be made.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. This is Brown, and he's got it downfield. And they're going to have 1st and goal as he gets this down to the 4. All right, timeout taken by the offense. 5 seconds left, and they can take some points into the locker room on this final play of the half. 4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal.
Philadelphia.
Throwing here just before halftime. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles parlay the interception into points. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
They can go to the locker rooms tied if they put this through. And he does not tie this game. His extra points off. They remain down by 1. Wasn't accurate on the extra point, but he should be able to keep this between the sidelines, hopefully, as he sends this away. And that is a rough one, Brock. It came down well short of that 20-yard line minimum he needed, so this drive going to begin from the 40-yard line instead. Here's the final play of our first half.
Buffalo 18. Ready? Viking 18. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Dragon 60.
He'll throw it. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10.
Great. Set. And anyway, 73. Hey. Like a hornet. Yo, touch set. Hey, easy. 63. Back. Hey. Yo,
Hurts setting up to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be pushed down up near that 40-yard line. That play good for 17 and a first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Go Silver, ready? Call up Yeti.
Hurts on first down. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
It is such a weapon offensively when you've got a big tight end that can stretch the field vertically. Not a lot of DBs have the size to cover him. They tried to get it to him in that spot where he could win it, but unfortunately, no connection to be made.
Hey, let's go. Hey! Call that Yeti. Hey, 72. Hey, Silver. Yo, touch.
Second down. Hurts throwing again. Completed to his running back. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. That's a 38-yard play for him to move the sticks.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number 1. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
180.
First and 10. Here's Hurts. Throwing the out route complete. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. Going to the line. This is first and 10.
First down. A gain of 12. First down, Eagles.
63.
From the red zone now. Getting out to his left. And he has the catch, gets both feet in, that's a touchdown! The Eagles take the lead right away in half number 2. Dallas Goedert the touchdown! Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
Now Hurts getting his guys set for this two-point play.
The Eagles will set up for the two-point conversion.
Toss to the man, he's headed left! And he reaches the end zone, so they'll be up to a 7-point lead!
The score, Eagles
Defense
28,
selling out to flood the middle.
21.
They just toss it right on outside. Sometimes you got to win that edge on a short field for this to work out. And that time, they did exactly that.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Here's Carter on the return. This makes it up to the 25.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Falcons getting ready. Here comes first and 10. Penix finds him over the middle. This gets forward to around the 29. That's Nolan Smith there for the stop.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They'll run the draw with Robinson. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short third down run, but he said, none of my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
On first down, here's Penix. That throw behind his intended target.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Nolan Smith on the coverage defensively.
After the incompletion, still at the 38, it's 2nd and 10. They'll run it with Robinson from the pistol. And they're going to get to him right along that midfield strike block as he's set out. 12 yards on that play and a good call, and that's up the first.
And the Falcons, first down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
To the air with Penix. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
That one falls incomplete and brings us to the end of this 3rd quarter. We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's Falcons football, a nice little help for them as they trail entering the quarter. Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
We see this all the time. The number one thing we see NFL defenses do to try to force that fourth down, gets down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure. Let the cover guys go shut it down.
Down a score. They're going to go for this on fourth down. Desperation time here. Pass complete. Screenplay. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. Wow, what a call. They wind up with 12 on fourth down. They pull off the conversion. We've set it downs from 37.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Penix on first down. Now trying to set up a screen. Here's Robinson. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core. Football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
Finds his back. It's Robinson. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
With that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. So long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Dump off caught by his back. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break out something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
Dumped off to his running back. They're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense set up for first and goal. And that right there is about the best you can hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and two guys can't stop one.
Let's go now. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Now go. Go.
Here's Robinson. And he's going to be taken down as this defense shows some backbone. Great stand to get him at the 2. That's the 2-minute warning here from Atlanta. Falcons losing by 7. Trying again from the 2. It's second and goal. From the shotgun, Penix to the end zone, but incomplete. That play is going to force third and goal. A close game is going to stay close, Brock, so long as plays like that are being made in big situations.
Yeah, in these tight games, you got to have your defense making plays just like that in the red zone. Here we got a defender in particular coming through with a big hit to keep points off the board.
And cut in the end zone for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons cut it to a point late in this one. You always tell me, Brock, it is a whole different world here, running routes, working in confined spaces, instead of having that whole field to spread out a defense.
Oh, spot on, Kate. And some players, that's the world they thrive in, finding windows where windows shouldn't exist, and then being ready for the throw to arrive. It happens so fast. Trusting your quarterback to make the right read and get it to you.
Bradley Pinion.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. He fields it from the 8. And they've got a long field ahead, Brock. They got to him early, and they laid a big hit on him. Philadelphia settled and ready. It's first and 10.
Good. King, field kick. Trimmer.
Starting on the ground here with Barkley. He starts out this drive with a nice gain of 8. Second down.
That run may not have got you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
Nice run last play. Sets up second and 2. Here he is to throw. Trying for the deep ball. That's grabbed inside the 30. And this gets close to the red zone. He is inside the 25.
51 yards.
The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Trying to fight free, he can't do so. They've got him behind the line. Now let's see, Brock, if they call their final timeout. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at second. All right, here we go. Second down.
Great, 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 great. Hey, Silver. Count up 73. Count up Yeti.
Back to throw. Short pass brought in. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. The Falcons take a timeout to their final one. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Silver, set. Crowd left Yeti. Miami. No touch.
Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I